Hello, Boring Review Nation. Gabe,
Nick,
and we're here today to bring you another comedy reaction, fresh off the presses. You know what? Always need a little bit of levity. You know what I mean? Especially nowadays when you turn on the news and it's all negativity.
You need it.
And bad weather. And what is this new stock thing? AI, GBT, Jet, whatever.
You're talking
whatever
to the
it is.
wrong person.
No, dude, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Some stock that went up like 700%. And everybody's getting their money. And all I keep thinking is FTX crypto. Because I got beat and I refuse to put my money. I can guarantee you.
I'm not touching it.
The day I put my money in, the next day it crashed. Wait, Gabe's money is in there. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We were just waiting to get him again.
It's your IP address, man.
You know, that's what it is.
Yes.
Sam Bankman-Fried himself was enjoying taking my money. Not just my money, Tom Brady's money and everybody else. Mr. Fat, what is his name? Mr. Wonderful from the Shark Tank or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, Wonderful. What? Do your math. I bought that because of you. You were supposed, well, not because of him, but you figure he got swindled. Yeah, he did. Actually, Tom Brady. Tom Brady got swindled.
What does he lose? Nothing.
He lost a lot.
Besides maybe get divorced.
Giselle, he lost Giselle. She's like, you lost how much on this?
He also lost a girl from Coyote Oakley, too.
You know what I'm saying? With that, I digress. With so much bad news out there, we love to bring a little bit of levity. And we've discovered George Carlin. I mean, I knew who he was forever because he had been out here in Vegas. And I would just remember when I was younger, not being able to listen to him because my parents were like, he's too vulgar. He's not vulgar. He's brutally honest, though. And I enjoy it.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this other title for another suggested video. Life is worth losing. I'm like, what the heck is he talking about there?
What? He's out of control, man.
So today we're looking at him talk about balance the budget. Don't think he's talking about like the home family budget. I think he's talking about, the country budget, all that kind of stuff. The national budget, federal budget? Something like that.
The national debt, everybody wants to balance the budget stuff. But
I'm not going to lie, I've heard a few seconds of this one, and he also talks about how to fix the country in general.
Right.
And the few seconds I heard was pretty funny, so I had to stop it. We're going to react to it. George Carlin is out of his mind, but he's hilarious, and he'll say whatever he wants to say. He doesn't care about offending anyone. As it should be.
What's funny about him too is that especially when he gets very political, he's not like extreme right wing, extreme left wing. He's very, 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 I'm an equal opportunity. I'm a bash both sides. He's hilarious about that.
But he absolutely hates religion.
Yeah, hates religion. Yeah, he does man.
He hates religion.
He's hilarious. I can't wait.
We're going to check it out. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And let us know what your thoughts are on him, on this video, on our reaction in the comment section.
And let me know if I should be investing in this Nvidia. It's like Nvidia something. Let us know in the chat. It's like Nvidia or whatever.
If it's called Nativity, I'll check it out.
It's something about AI technology. And this cup, 700%. How's that possible?
I'm not touching it. Here we go.
Listen. Hey. I got a lot of good ideas. Balance the stupid budget. Here's another idea. I'm going to save you a whole lot of money on prisons, but at the same time, we are still going to remove from society many of our more annoying citizens. 4 groups are going away permanently. First group, violent criminals. Here's what you do with these Emmy Award winners. You take the entire state of Kansas. You move everybody out. You give them a couple of $100 for their inconvenience, Gotta be fair. And then you move them out, you put a big 10-story electric fence around Kansas, and Kansas becomes a permanent prison farm for violent criminals. No parole, no police, no supplies. The only thing you give them is lethal weapons and live ammunition so they can communicate in a meaningful way. Then you put the whole thing on cable TV. The Violence Network, VNN. And for a corporate sponsor, you get one of those companies that loves to smear its logo feces all over the landscape. Budweiser will jump at this shit in half a minute. All right, next group, sex.
It's funny, and that was the part I stopped right there, but Does that not make you think of the Hunger Games?
It absolutely
and
does.
this came before those books came out. So
Absolutely does.
I gotta wonder, like, if the author of the Hunger Games listened to George Carlin.
Interesting.
Good idea.
Yeah, throw them in the island together. That's hilarious, dude.
Budweiser will
but
agree in half a minute.
But historically speaking, that's what Australia was. Australia was a penal colony. It's so funny that Australians are considered so nice today, but Australia was originally a penal colony because everything in Australia wants to kill you. If you know anybody from Australia, the bugs are massive. Spiders that are the size of cats. I don't know if they're the size of cats, but huge. They got little kimono dragons they eat babies. They eat babies. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm telling you right now, that's what Australia was. It didn't work out. Civilization finds a way, so I'm just gonna
okay, the Jurassic Park and Malcolm.
Criminals, completely incurable. You gotta lock them up. You could outlaw religion, and most of these sex crimes would disappear in a couple of generations. But we don't have time for rational solutions. Much easier to fence off another rectangular state. Rectangular states are cheaper to fence, saves the taxpayers money, you know? This time, Wyoming. But only for true sex offenders. We're not going to bother consenting adults who like to dress up in leather Boy Scout uniforms and smash each other in the head with ball-peen hammers while they take turns blowing their cat. There's certainly nothing wrong with that.
Oh, God.
It's a victimless hobby. And think of how good the cat must feel.
It's out of control.
So bad.
No, we're only going to lock up rapists and molesters. Those hopeless romantics who are so full of love they can't help getting a little of it on you. Usually on your leg. You take all these heavy-breathing fun seekers and you stick them in Wyoming. And you let them suck and fondle. You let them blow, chew, sniff, lick, whip, gobble, and cornhole each other until their testicles are whistling, "Oh, come all ye faithful."
Jeez.
Then you turn on the cameras and you got the Sperm Channel. And don't forget our corporate sponsor. We're going to let Budweiser put little logo patches on the rapist pants right here. This pud's for you.
Oh, God. And Budweiser didn't sue.
Oh, man. Nowadays,
drug addicts and alcoholics. Not all of them. Don't get nervous. Just the ones who are making life difficult for at least one other person. And we're not going to bother first offenders. People deserve a chance to clean up. Everyone will get 12 chances to clean up. Okay, all right. 15.
Okay, it's negotiable.
That's fine, and that's it. If you can't make it in 15 tries, off you go to Colorado. Colorado. A perfect place for staying loaded. Each week, all of the illegal drugs confiscated in the United States that the police and DEA don't keep for their own personal use will be airdropped into Colorado. And we're going to turn the Coors Brewery over to the beer-drinking assholes, and everyone can stay wasted, wired, stoned, bombed, hammered, smashed, and shit-faced round the clock on another new cable channel, Shit-Face Central. This is the real Rocky Mountain High.
Very nice, very clever.
Okay, I've saved my favorite group for last.
Oh, no.
The maniacs and crazy people. Yeah. The ones who live out where the buses don't run. And I distinguish between maniacs and crazy people. A maniac will beat 9 people to death with a steel dildo. A crazy person will beat 9 people to death with a steel dildo, but he'll be wearing a Bugs Bunny suit at the time. So you can't put them all away. You know, you got to keep some of them around just for the entertainment. Like a guy who tells you the King of Sweden is using his penis as a radio transmitter to send anti-Semitic lesbian meatloaf recipes to Soupy Sales and Marvin Hamlish. A guy like that, you want to give him his own radio show.
Nope.
No, the Maniac Farm will be reserved strictly for hopeless cases Like a guy who gets a big tattoo on his chest of Liza Minnelli taking a shit. You know? And he tells you if he wiggles a certain way, it looks like she's wiping her ass, you know?
He's a maniac.
A guy like that, you want to get him into custody as quickly as possible. Now, for the maniac farm, I think there's no question we got to go with Utah. Utah, easy to fence. Easy to fence, right next to Wyoming and Colorado is right next to Kansas, and that means all 4 groups of our most amusing citizens are now in one place, except for the big fences. And I think I have another one of my really good ideas for cable TV. Gates. Small sliding gates in the fences. Think of what you've got here. Think of what you've got. Predators, degenerates, crackheads, and fruitcakes. 900 miles of fence separating them. Every 50 miles, you put a small sliding gate. But the gates are only 10 inches wide, and they're only open once a month for 7 seconds. And you know something? Fuck cable. This shit has got to be on pay-per-view. Because if those gates are only open 7 seconds a month, you are going to have some mighty interesting people pushing and shoving to be first online.
Sure.
Deeply disturbed, armed, cranky lunatics on drugs. You know the ones. A lot of tattoos, a lot of teeth broken off at the gum line. The true face of America. And every time you open the gates, a few of the more aggressive ones are going to get through. The creme de la creme. The alphas. They're going to get through, they're going to find each other, and they're going to crossbreed. And pretty soon you have a melting pot. Child killers, corpse fuckers, drug zombies, and full-blown wackaloons. Wandering the landscape in search of truth and fun. Just like now. Everyone will have guns, everyone will have drugs, and no one will be in charge. Just like now. But at least we'll have a balanced budget.
He's out of control. He's out of control. Just like now. Oh, man. He is crazy.
He's out of control. Yeah, obviously why they called him controversial. Balance, but that's the best way to balance the budget.
Genius.
Oh,
yeah.
man. But it's
how many people would be left?
How many people would be left? That's it was funny though, because some of the things he talked about were ideas that other places, even today, right, where let them just do the drugs, right? Open air drug markets. I don't really work out too well. You know what I mean? So when you try to take those social experiments or those social ideas, like in theory, it sounds good. Oh, it's a victimless crime. Are there any really victimless crimes? You know what I mean? Just being candid. And again, there's so many crimes and stuff that definitely need to be prosecuted. But there's a difference between somebody who, let's say, shoplifts or does drugs or something like that, and then somebody who, straight up murders somebody, you know what I mean? But when they get booked and go to jail, they literally at the same place until they get, their trial date to actually go before they end up going off to prisons or whatever, right? And I'm like, I always thought about that, like, would there be a better way? Luckily, I've never had to partake. But I'm like, could you imagine going in there for like a traffic infraction, like a DUI or something like that? Or, something, I don't know. What's a white collar crime? Cheating on your taxes, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and then somebody, what you in for? Yeah, I didn't fill out the right 1040 easy form, or, something like that. And what are you in for? I killed and ate my family.
Yeah, and they're in the same cell.
And then you're just picking their teeth. You're like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, no, I couldn't do it. And it's like, the system is definitely broken from that perspective.
But could you imagine just like fencing off an entire state and just dumping them off when they commit those crimes and say, listen, we already have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of homes already built in this state. Just go find one.
Go find a home. Dude, it would be full-blown Hunger Games. What he said was hilarious. He said, just put a camera in there. it would devolve. Like you said, no police, nothing. Survival of the fittest. Well, you got a whole bunch of alphas in there. It would be entertaining TV to say the least. But it would definitely get ugly really quick.
Oh,
that place would collapse and
it would collapse, and it would be not long before they escaped and they were loose. But just the idea of everyone's like, oh, I live in a safe society now. All the crazy people are gone.
Yeah,
that's just weird. Makes for a good movie, but and a hilarious stand up. But that'll be the day. This guy's hilarious. This guy's crazy. What was the thing he said that just had you dying? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
we know all things.